Coming up on Inside the Summit League, a Denver swimmer getting ready for the World University Games this summer and what she hopes is a step toward the Olympic Games in 2016. Fort Wayne is rolling in baseball. Another sweep for the Dons this week. They have won 7 games in a row. And lots of leather in the plays of the month for April. Welcome to the show, and you can add 2 more tournament titles for the University of Denver. The Pioneers win the men's and the women's tennis championships and the women's golf championship in the last week. That makes Denver the postseason champions in 7 of the 14 sports so far this school year. Well, it was Denver and South Dakota State in the women's tennis championship on Sunday in Fort Wayne. The Jackrabbits, by the way, playing in their first league championship match. Congratulations to them. But the Pioneers put them away like they've done to everybody else this season. Denver either won or was leading in every set of the match. Morgan Barnhill and Sonia Radasevich win their number 2 doubles match. Those two went 8-0 against Summit League competition this season. Charlotte Derbyshire and Michelle Garpenlauf get the Pioneers a point with a win in the number 3 doubles match. And the Pioneers win all of the singles matches that were completed, including Maureen Slattery with a 6-3, 6-1 win in the number 1 singles spot. Derbyshire gets a singles win to go with her doubles victory, and Denver wins the league championship for the 2nd straight season.
We talked a lot about just coming out with focusing on 2 things, effort and a positive attitude, and we did that. We played great today. So proud of the girls, back-to-back championships. But the biggest thing is, the positive attitudes out here today I think helped us a lot, and we came out strong and got the W, so it was good.
We just tried to have a good time and stay positive, and I think when everyone's having a good time and having fun, I think that's when we play our best. That's what we tried to do this weekend.
So the Denver women get it done, and same story for the Denver men. The Pioneers taking on Fort Wayne in the tournament final, and the Dons back in the championship match, by the way, for the 2nd straight year. But Denver gets it going with Alex Gasson with a win in the number 3 singles match. Henry Craig of Denver is the Summit League Player of the Year. He lost in the number 1 singles final last year to Daniel Kang of Fort Wayne, but Craig wins it this year 6-3, 6-2 over Gerard Gould. Diogo Rocha completes the singles sweep for Denver with a 6-3, 6-3 win in the number 2 spot. And then he teams up with Yannick James for a win in number 2 doubles. David Fox and Jesse Ruder-Hook close it out with their doubles victory, and the Pioneers are pretty happy with their 2nd straight league tournament championship.
In the end, I looked at the scoreboard a little bit, and obviously I got a little nervous to get the title for our team, but I'm glad I managed to clinch the match, and we're all very happy with that for sure.
I mean, it's never easy to get that 4th point, and we did a good job of racing out to 3, and then I think he got up 5-1, 30 love, and maybe started to think about it, which is completely natural. So, but he did a great job of finishing it up, and has been one of our best players all year. So, really happy that he got that opportunity to clinch the match in the NCAA berth.
All right, so the Pioneer men and the women advance now to the NCAA tournament. The regionals will start next Friday, May 8th, and here's a look at the matchups for Denver. Well, just prior to those tennis titles, the Denver women's golf team was out in Seaside, California, winning the league championship in that sport. A little closer this year in the final standings, but the 2nd straight title in women's golf for the Pioneers.
Anytime you win a conference championship, I think it is not always easy. There's teams that are out there to win, and that their rest of their season depends on a victory at the conference championship to continue on to regionals. So I knew it wouldn't be easy. The players knew it wouldn't be easy. I'm really big on having a positive attitude while you play and positive energy, and our team does a great job of that, and I think that's why we have success. I think that it was a challenging golf course, and I think they were all tired at the end, every player. Mentally and physically, it was a very demanding golf course, but to pull off the win, I think every time a team does that, it's something special, and I really told the girls to enjoy it, that is a really special occasion for them to do that. So I think there was they were exhausted, they were excited, it was just a challenging week. Elise was very excited. This is her first college tournament win, and she's worked so hard and has grown so much as a player this year. She's very focused on what she can do and what she can control, and I think it paid off for her. But she was very excited on both ends, individually and with the team. I really try not to think about results and outcome. I do think about that we could possibly have the same 5 returning players. None of them graduate, and we have a freshman who is also a great player at home and another one coming next year. So I look at that as we're young, and we've learned so much this year, had great experiences playing in the South, playing against the best teams in the country. That part excites me. I don't want to get ahead of myself because we still have regionals and hopefully nationals, but we have depth and we are a young team.
Well, the Summit League Men's Golf Championships are this weekend, and guess who's the defending champion and the favorite there? Denver. All right, softball. Coming up next, IUPUI and South Dakota State are streaking right now. We will check the Jags and the Jacks as we head into the final weekend of the regular season.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort and Dakota Land Honda. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Health, your Heartland Chevy team dealers, and the Sioux Falls Convention and Visitors Bureau.
And now to softball. North Dakota State's Krista Menke is not the pitcher of the week this week. She had earned it the last 4 weeks in a row. North Dakota State did not actually play a Summit League game this week, so there's that. IUPUI did play some Summit League games, 2 of them, matter of fact, and Brooke Betcher wins both of them. She beats Omaha twice and then beat Indiana State as well. Betcher now has 19 wins on the season. That is a new IUPUI single-season record, and this is the 3rd pitcher of the week honor for her. She shares it this week with Rachel Q at South Dakota. A win and a save for Q over the weekend. She does not allow an earned run in 11 innings and strikes out 7. South Dakota State and Western Illinois have the Players of the Week. Alyssa DiAgostino, the first Jackrabbit Player of the Week since 2011. She hits 3 home runs, drives in 14, and sets a new SDSU single-season record for runs batted in. Sammy Marshall, meanwhile, had 6 hits on the week. She is now the career leader at Western Illinois with 228 in her career. Marshall also moves into 3rd place all-time in Summit League history with 160 runs scored. She scored 4 times against South Dakota, and that is where we start this week's softball highlights. Sunday afternoon in Macomb, Illinois. South Dakota looking for a 3-game sweep in this series, but the Leathernecks not having it in their final home game of the season. Some of the moms getting in on it on senior day. South Dakota out to the lead in the first inning, though. Allie Daly driving in Katie Dinning from 3rd. 48th RBI of the season for Allie Daly. That ties her for the league lead right now. And then Morgan Hancock rips that. Matley Jones coming around to score, and the Coyotes take a 2-0 lead. Bottom of the first, though, Leathernecks get one back. Sammy Marshall, 2nd in the league right now and hitting at .457. A leadoff single for her, which means she is going to second base. 25th stolen base of the season. That leads the league right now. She's been thrown out just twice in 27 attempts so far. Tegan Walsh follows up with a single up the middle, and a throw coming from Dinning out in center field, but not going to get her. Makes it a 2-1 game. And then in the 3rd, Marshall is on base again. Tierney Botno with the base hit this time. And look at the wheels on Sammy Marshall. She is in to tie it at 2-2. And Western Illinois turns it into a big inning with the help of a couple of South Dakota errors, 2 of them on this play. Walsh and Botno both come in to score. Leathernecks pull out Game 3 of the series, 6-3 over South Dakota. Meanwhile, in Brookings, South Dakota State and IPFW. Jackrabbits won the first game on Saturday. This is Game 2. And short outing for Brianna Clark, but that was a good thing for her. 5 innings, 1 hit, strikes out 3. And here is Alyssa DiAgostino. Drives in the first run of the game. She had 3 RBI in this game. She had 8 in the 3-game series. And the Jackrabbits up 2-0. Don't blink or you'll miss it. Shot off the bat of Taylor Prescott. And about 0.3 of a second later into the glove of Elise Eitel at 3rd base. to end that threat. And then South Dakota State scores 7 runs in the third inning. Hitting it where they ain't. Jordan Sturgeon drops it down the line, and Devin Larson will score. Jackrabbits win this one 11-1 in 5 innings. SDSU going for the sweep on Sunday on a sunny afternoon in Brookings. Presley Cooper starts it out, doubling in a run for Fort Wayne. Ties the game at 1-1 in the second. Fort Wayne with runners at second and third. After that was just 1 out, but Clark gets back-to-back strikeouts to get out of the inning with the game still tied. And then the Jackrabbits grab the lead. D'Agostino waits on it and then stripes it down the line. Christian McCone coming around, sliding in to score. Jackrabbits up 4-1. Clark gives up 10 hits in this one, but gets the win. Jacks turn 2 double plays behind her, and South Dakota State gets the sweep. The Jackrabbits move into 4th now in the Summit League standings. And they are right behind the other hot team in the league. IUPUI has won 7 straight games. The Jags beat Omaha twice over the weekend. Game 3 of that series was rained out. Brooke Betcher, though, with wins in both games. Allie Mosier homers twice and drives in 5 runs in the second game. And IUPUI will finish up the regular season this weekend at league-leading North Dakota State. Well, how do you spell sweep? Right now in baseball, you spell it IPFW. Fort Wayne is hot. They take 3 straight at Omaha. Baseball is coming up next.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort and Dakota Land Honda. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Health, your Heartland Chevy team dealers, and the Sioux Falls Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Welcome back. Now to baseball. South Dakota State stays hot this week, and so does Fort Wayne. The Dons started the Summit League season 1-8, and they have won 6 straight games since then. They have the pitcher and the player of the week this week. Kendall Whitman is the player. He had 2 4-hit games, went 11 for 18 for the week with 8 runs batted in. Evan Miller is the pitcher of the week. Freshman had 13 strikeouts in a win over Omaha, and he leads the league in strikeouts right now with 71 in 11 starts so far. Anthony Sequeira of Oral Roberts is the co-pitcher of the week. He had a win over South Dakota State and a save against Arkansas Little Rock. He has 6 saves this year. He's also been player of the week twice this season. He is tied for the league lead in home runs and second in RBI to go along with his pitching performances. Well, here are the highlights of the week. South Dakota State taking 2 of 3 at Oral Roberts and the Fort Wayne sweep at Omaha. Start in Omaha with the Mavericks and Fort Wayne, and Tyler Fox with a season-high 13 strikeouts for Omaha. He goes 7 innings, does not get a decision, though. No score until the bottom of the 4th inning. Man on for Ryan Cate. See ya. First of the year for Cate, and the Mavericks up 2-0. Omaha had a 2-1 lead, but Fort Wayne scores 4 runs in the 9th inning, 3 of those runs unearned, and they win at 5-2 to spoil the best outing of the season for Tyler Fox. Well, good comeback for Fort Wayne on the other hand. In Game 2, in the gloom on Saturday, Fort Wayne comes up big again in the late innings. Greg Kaiser making some plays at short for the Mastodons. He had 3 hits in the game as well. Fort Wayne scores 3 in the 8th, 4 more in the 9th inning. Evan Van Sumeren with a bases-loaded single. Brandon Sote walks 4 times. He scores 5 runs, and Fort Wayne takes Game 2 10-6. And they get the sweep on Sunday behind the pitcher of the week. Freshman Evan Miller strikes out the first 6 batters of the game, and he gets a couple of double plays behind him, one to end the 4th inning. And then Shannon Baker over at 3rd, turning 2 by himself in the 6th. Shane Trevino had a grand slam in this game for the Dons, and Fort Wayne stays hot with 3 in a row at Omaha.
I believe their leadoff guy over the weekend, he walked 7 times, and I think he got 5 hits. We might have got him out once all weekend. So when your leadoff guy's scoring that much, they're making it tough. And, they did a great job. They came to play, and we weren't ready.
Well, coach is close. Fort Wayne's leadoff guy Brandon Sote walked 8 times and scored 8 runs in the 3 games. Elsewhere, South Dakota State goes into Tulsa and takes 2 out of 3 from Oral Roberts. Adam Bray, 7 innings in Game 1 for the win. A little help from Reed Clary, thrown out of Matt Watley at second. Cody Sherrow with a 3-run homer for the Jacks. He drives in 4 runs, and South Dakota State wins 7-2 in Game 1. They come back with a 2-1 win on Saturday. They turn 3 double plays behind Chris Anderson, who gives up 10 hits, but he gets the win. J.D. Moore ties the Summit League record with his 30th career save in this game. as the Jackrabbits take the first two. Oral Roberts comes back on Sunday with an 8-7 win in 10 innings. And in Fargo, Western Illinois takes 2 out of 3 from North Dakota State, 6-4, 7-2, and then the Bison 9-4 in the last game. North Dakota State is home against Fort Wayne this weekend, trying to stop that 7-game win streak that the Dons are on. Plays of the month coming up a little bit later, but up next, she won the 200 meters and was the MVP at this year's Summit League Championships, and now this Denver swimmer is getting ready to take on the world. Her story next in the Campus Spotlight.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort and Dakota Land Honda. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Health, your Heartland Chevy team dealers, and the Sioux Falls Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Welcome back. Denver won another league championship while we were in the commercial break there. Just kidding, but the Pioneers are piling up the titles. They won the women's swimming and diving championship back in February. Sam Corea of Denver was named the MVP. She then set 3 new Denver records at the NCAA championships, and now she is on to an international collegiate competition, and then maybe next year, the Olympics. Here's the Campus Spotlight.
The University of Denver's Samantha Corea is entering a new chapter in her career as a swimmer as she makes a run at the chance to be on the Canadian Olympic swim team. But where did her journey start?
I actually started swimming when I was 7 or 8 because I took dance lessons, but I was actually horrible at them. So it got to a point where I was dance, swimming, and a couple other sports, and I was just a lot better at swimming, and I fell in love with it. I started really getting into it, really focusing, and started practicing really hard probably around the last year of high school. It was really coming to DU that really made me change my attitude in practice, especially just because at a collegiate level you can't get away with slacking off all the time. So DU was one of the last schools that I came on a trip to. It was actually my friend's dad who recommended the school to me. So I kind of went here just thinking I'll try it out, and I ended up loving the team. So the team atmosphere is something incredibly different. Club swimming is more individualistic. You swim for yourself. If you have a bad race, it's your fault. If you have a bad race on a collegiate team, you let down 50 other people. So there's definitely a lot more accountability and responsibility.
The first part of the puzzle for Corea is to make a splash in South Korea at the World University Games this summer.
I actually just bought my ticket 2 days ago, so I'm really excited. It's South Korea is a place that I've always wanted to go. It's a game, so there'll be other sports I get to go to. I'm just so excited because it's going to be a new level of competition that I'm not used to, international competition, tight times. It's going to be, you're going to have to swim best times to get a second time at night. So I'm just really excited to go there and do my best. So.
Head coach Brian Schrader is extremely proud and excited for Sam's opportunity.
She's ranked in the top 50 in the world in her event, so once you select down to only those that are competing at the university level or in college, I have to think that she's going to be top 8, and I have to think that she's going to be a threat for a medal. Well, she was 3rd internationals in the 100 fly. She was 1st internationals at the 50. So somewhere in there, she's just got to find a way to get 2nd or 1st, and she makes her Olympic team.
Corea knows she is close to her dream of becoming a member of the Canadian Olympic team, and the possibility of success is within reach.
Every little kid has that in their mind almost, wouldn't that be cool, Michael Phelps and Misty Franklin, and it really became a possibility this year, actually, when I dropped a ton of time and I started to focus a lot. You have to come either 1st or 2nd, but this past Canadian Nationals I came 3rd, so it's definitely within my reach, and it's definitely something I'd want to strive towards.
So follow Corea excelling in the backstroke and butterfly, which she has a love-hate relationship with.
But I'm just getting back into it right now.
All right, what's the hate part of it?
It doesn't like me very much. Hurts my body a little bit, but
Up next, a big heap and plate of plays of the month, and maybe a few from back in March, but lots of outstanding glove work either way coming up.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort and Dakota Land Honda. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Health, your Heartland Chevy team dealers, and the Sioux Falls Convention and Visitors Bureau.
We give the defense its due in the plays of the month for April. Lots of great grabs and plays at the plate this month. Our producer Chad Hunt rounded them up and put them all together. Enjoy. We'll see you next month.